Oh, hi, camera. I didn't notice you were there. It is Sunday morning, and I have just woken up. And if you're a kid from the 90s, like I am, you know that Saturday morning was cartoons. You would get up, you would watch cartoons, and you would have a good time. And then Sunday morning rolled around, and it was your last day before you had to go back to school on Monday. And what would you do on Sunday? Well, you would play some video games. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over some old school NES games. And we're actually going to be playing all of the number games. Yes, that's right. All of the number games for the NES. I know there's not a long list, but we will go through them today. This is the Sunday morning showcase. And it will be every Sunday on TheVGPortal.com. And the first game we have is 10-Yard Fight. What is 10-Yard Fight? Well, let's take a look. Good old 10-Yard Fight. Classic football. You get to choose your skill level all the way from high school up to the Super Bowl. Now, I've never played this game, so we're going to start off with high school. And let's see how this game compares to Madden, because everybody likes to compare games. Let's compare this to Madden. No, just kidding. There's no way you can compare this to Madden. Take a look at this kickoff. And the first thing I will mention about this game is that you control the entire team while you're on the kickoff mode. And you will notice the great sound effects in the background. Amazing crowd roaring. And the amazing pitter-patter of my feet as I run down the field. Pretty amazing. And if you'll notice, take a look at the top right corner, how fast that play clock goes. And here you can actually let the guy run all the way across. And something that is very clunky with this game is the passing system. What I was trying to do is pass to the guy that went out long, but I ended up passing to the guy over to my right who has the ball now. And you will notice something very hilarious here. In my third play, I make it all the way for a touchdown. Spoiler alert. But here I go again. I'm trying to pass to the guy who's wide open way downtown. If I would have been able to pass to him, I probably would have made it for a touchdown. But I get a nice breakaway, and I'm very slow. I don't know if there's something I was doing wrong, or I don't know, but look at this. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Actually, that was my second play. Like third if you count that one play. But, you know, touchdown! Dallas Cowboys, I assume, because that's what the star is, but it's high school team. And then you get onto this field goal mode, and it's very easy to kick a field goal. I don't have any problems with it. Kick it right up the middle, and 7 points. And I do play a little defense here, but we won't get into that because it's really clunky, and to actually do it, you have to dive. So there's 10-Yard Fight. As far as NES games go, I would avoid this one. It's your standard football game. 10-Yard Fight. Classic football at its best. What do you guys think of that game? Yeah. Pretty weird. But we do have another classic game. You've all probably played it. 1943. 1943. Now you may have noticed that awesome music. That is one thing that I really love about this game, is the background music is outstanding. For NES goes, this is one of the better soundtracks for an NES game. And as you notice at the beginning, there is a power-up system. What you can actually do is set how you want your flyer to play. Unlike traditional shooters where you just go around and collect power-ups, you can actually set what you want. You want to set how your special move is, you set how your offense is, you set how your defense is. There's a lot of things you can set, but it is different than traditional shooters. And this game does well what other shooters fall short, because nowadays shooters are a dime a dozen. You can go on the indie game title and the Xbox Live Arcade, and you can see a million shooter games on there. there's always shooters. But this one does a phenomenal job at just being a great shooter. And if you like shooters, I would recommend playing 1943. And as you notice, there was a little bit of a Jaws type music going on there. When you are playing, there's actually a bad guy coming up, and it will play a song such as Jaws, letting you know that the bad guy is about to be here, so you better watch out. So you go through the first wave, as I just did, and we're getting to the boss guy. We're getting closer and closer and closer, and the water has changed, and I did a nice little backflip and used my power-up, which is a lightning bolt. I don't know really how I did that, but that was that. So, 1943, as far as shooters go on the NES, I would recommend this. It is a great game. Check it out. We're gonna party like it's 1943. Pretty good game, huh? Oh, it gets so much better. Because when you want to talk about old school, you want to talk about 3D. Now, you're probably saying, wait, 3D, wait, isn't that popular today? No, it was actually popular in the 80s. And if you remember this game, 3D Battles of the World Runner, there's actually a feature where you can hit the select button and go into a 3D mode. Let's get into that game. A 3D game on the NES? You're probably just thinking, oh, I know, they did that gimmicky 3D stuff where the graphics were just coming at you and it looked sort of 3D. No, this is actual 3D. You get the 3D glasses, you can play in 3D mode. Now, you do get that perspective thing. You are looking at it right now where the things are coming at the screen, so that enhances the 3D on this game. But as far as this game goes, it is very terrible, and I am very terrible at this game. What you do is you move around, try to avoid these blobs, and look at that 3D! Oh my god, I'm going to puke! What is that 3D? And I died again. I mean, that's just killing me. Look at that, it's blipping back and forth. It's killing my eyes. If you do have some old school red and blue 3D glasses, put them on. You might be able to see that, but I'm going to take that off for a moment. Basically, you just run, avoid these blobs, and jump over these holes. Not much of a game. I mean, you got Kirby right there, and I'm turning on the 3D. Yeah, 3D Battles of the World Runner. You get 3 lives, and after that, it's game over. I would say avoid this game unless you want to puke. Ow, I think my eyes hurt from looking at that 3D. I didn't find my 3D glasses, so I didn't even know if I could see it in 3D. My eyes are just burning. 3D Battles of the World Runner. What have you done to me? Let's get past 3D. Let's get on to 720. And I'm not talking about 720p. No, I'm talking about 720. Let's take a look at that game. 720. Wait, this is 720 degrees. What? A skateboarding game for the NES. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's take a look at this. And we start off as this weird little... Wait a minute. What? What was... I went to go down to the map, and it took me back to the main menu. What? Okay, there's the map right there. And you can take a look. There's all kinds of things. Ramp, downhill, and other things you can do in a skating game. And by the way, this is made by Tengen. They made a lot of great games. Wait. What just... Okay, so apparently if you push down and left at the exact same time on the D-pad, it'll send you back to the main menu. Wow. Like, I'm really not... What? I didn't really... Oh my god, I did it again. What the heck? Okay, so 720. I'm not even meaning to do it. I'm just trying to go to the bottom left of the screen, and I keep getting sent to the main menu. What the heck? If you want to play a good skating game, play Skate or Die. Ugh. 720. Yep. More like 7 funny. Get it? Get it? Get it? I only have eyes for you, audience. By eyes, I mean 8 Eyes. What better than a Castlevania clone called 8 Eyes? Let's get into that game. Now we are going to get into the meat and potatoes of this showcase. We have 8 Eyes. And what 8 Eyes is there is a 8 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what you have to do is you have to go through and collect the 8 Eyes. Now you're looking at this and you may think this is a Castlevania clone, and you would be 100% correct. I mean, there are some differences from Castlevania, but as you can see, you run around, it's a side scroller, and you attack these birds. Now, there are people fighting you that just come out of nowhere, and I picked up a bigger sword. But as far as collecting these crosses, they give you some sort of magic or something like that, because they don't give you life. Because I'm not sure what those crosses actually do. I'm thinking they just give you life or health or magic or something. I don't know why I said they give you life, because they don't give you life. I'm looking at it right now, and it's kind of difficult to go up these stairs. You have to actually push up. Most of the time it's forward and up, but you're just pushing up. Now this game, I like the soundtrack, and I like the idea because I didn't feature it, but at the beginning you can actually choose which stage you want to start on. And lo and behold, you actually need to follow a path. I don't know the path because I haven't played this game in a long time, but you follow the path and it gives you items that will help you in the other levels. Similar to Mega Man and things like that you've played before, but that is something that you need to do, is follow the correct path. Now 8 Eyes is kind of challenging because I am very trying my hardest to avoid damage, and it just doesn't seem to be working for me. And there's a way to control the bird and a way to throw your items, but the controls on this game are kind of clunky. So one thing that kind of takes away from this game is that I can't figure out how to control the bird, and I can't figure out how to throw my magic. And as you see, I'm taking an extreme amount of damage, and I don't know exactly what to do and how to defend myself, because I can't figure out how to use the bird, and I can't figure out how to use my magic, because the controls in this game are kind of clunky. But once you get past the controls and you follow the path, you can figure out this game. And it actually is a great game, but one life and game over. And we are back. We went through all of the number games for the NES, and I think we had a good showcase. Now, my favorite out of all these games is probably going to have to be the Castlevania clone 8 Eyes, but you have to have love in your heart for that 3D gem, 3D Battles of the World runner, because if anything has taught me anything, 3D sucks. But it lives on an NES cartridge, which I love. But don't forget, next Sunday we're going to showcase some of the A games. Now there's a lot of games in the A, so we won't get through all of them. But we will showcase a lot of the A NES games. I'm going to go back to bed. It's still pretty early on a Sunday. I will catch you guys